Hello, I'm Boomy, and I created the Salone Vibes app because I love Salone music and was so curious. Anyway, this is a quick demo about what you can do in the app. And I'm going to show you what it's like for anyone coming to the app, and then what it looks like if you're logged in, and also the admin view. So you can see on my screen, this app is new. It's May 3rd right now, and this was recently released. Also, I can make this window larger. I just made it small so that we can see what it might look like on mobile. But if you make it larger, you can see that you get the names of the menu items. So going back to the small size, I'm not logged in right now. No, I see this enter button. So you can see it encourages you to log in. It gives you a word of the day. The word this time is waka. And it also shows you some upcoming events. These are events that I've pulled from the pages of promoters and artists. So I'm going to go through the menu items. Well, let's go to events. That's the first one, right? Anyone who signed in can add an event. I'll show you that later. But for people who are not logged in, you can see all the upcoming events that have been added to the app. If there's a ticket link, you can get a ticket to them. I am very much looking forward to the May 24th. And you can also sort them and search. You can even look at past events. I've created events from, like I said, pulling up from artists and promoters' pages. So these are all real events, except for one. There is one event here that is not real, and that's this one. It's just a demo event to show what things look like if they're canceled, but it was never a real event to begin with. And so if you go to an event, you can get more details about it. So for example, here's the upcoming one on May 8th. You can see all the flyers that are connected to the event. You can see the lineup. If there's an artist, it will link to them. Actually, let me show you that if I go back and go to the May event, if you click on it, you can see that it has all the flyers from all the people who are going to be there. But on the lineup, you can see that Famous and Cool J will be there, and then there are other special guests. So you can share events, you can stash them. You have to be logged in to stash things. I will show you that in a few minutes. Looking at artists, anyone can add an artist. You have to sign up to do that. I do have multiple AI agents that go looking for things like new artists, but I still only have 77 artists in here. But on the artist page, let's look at someone like Ami Nash. She was at the famous April 18th concert, so it shows up. I have an agent that tries to find social links. It shows the bio. And let's look at a different artist. I think Arkman has a featured video. I have an agent that looks for featured videos and but he doesn't have events, not in the app yet. He's had real events. So you can see again, you can search and order the artists. These are and they have to be actual artists, but I actual Salone artists. Now on the lookup, right now again, I'm not logged in, so you can look up any word you want. So let me look up Peking. And when I look it up, anything that does a search is actually doing an AI search. So it takes time because AI things still do take some time. But when it comes back, you can see that it says Peking means child or young person. It gives the cultural context and it gives some example usages. I'm not signed in, so all I can do is look, but I'm going to show you how, if I'm signed in, I can actually save. Translations, this is probably why I built the app, but it's also the thing that's hardest to get right, even with AI. So you can request a song translation and see the ones that are there, but I'm still working on this. So for example, if we take the Lele Moose song, you can see that it gives you what it thinks it's saying, some notes around it. And if you keep reading and go down, eventually it gives you more information like the cultural context summary. So it doesn't just translate it, but it tries to explain the song to you. And if you're really curious, you can look at the raw transcript and see what the AI technology came up with that it thought the song was saying. So I'm going to keep working on that. So Stash, like I said, it's not going to work unless we log in. So now, oh, actually, before I do that, I am going to show that you can, even if you're not logged in, read about the story, learn more about why I built it, and you can also see a list of the things you can do and whether or not you need to be signed in to do so. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go to the stash. I want to save things. I already do have a login. You can use email. Now I'm logged in. I'm going to expand this a bit so that you can see that it says just B, as opposed to some of my other identities that you will see later. So the main difference, I am logged in. Now I can create an event and I'm going to you can click add event. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go to the page of a promoter and copy a flyer from their page and paste it here. And it's still using AI, so it's not instant. But when it's done, see how it pulled the name and date and time and as much information from the event as it could. It did not catch the website, so I could copy that and paste that here. I can, if I notice that there are performers that were not there, I can put DJ Boomy. I'm not one, but I can add, I can link to a real artist if those artists are going to be there. And then I submit the event and it shows up. I'm not going to do this because this event already exists, but that's how easy it is to create an event. Okay. And it warns me. So now I'm going to, and again, we can look at past events as well. Now I'm going to show the artist. Again, anyone can add an artist, but it does do a check to make sure they are a serial union artist. It's not going to allow you to put in just any random artist. It's not going to let you put in American artists, Nigerian artists. It's going to make sure they are part of the Sierra Leonean culture. I'm not going to show this for time's sake, but it's also pretty easy. And looking at the lookup. So before, when I searched for the word Peking, it didn't save it. Now this is saved. I'm going to search for another word just so you can see what that looks like. It's still using AI, so it's still consulting the culture, but when it comes back, it's going to give me the definition, the cultural summary, the definition, the cultural context, the usage examples, and this time I can say stash it. And you'll see if I go to another page, I can go to the stash, it's going to be in my phrases, but also when I'm back on lookup, it's showing me the things that I already searched for so that I can just look it up. I don't have to go back to AI again. Okay. So now, translations. This is the feature. All right, there's no difference between this and the public view, except that you can request a song translation. And I'll get it done because I like looking at song translations. Now we're going to look briefly at the stash. The only thing I'm going to show you here, because I just don't have that much on my stash, is you can search artist by vibe. So I can say, okay, who's Afro Soul? These are the tags that the AI generated, and it's going to come up with that. I can look for something. Maybe I do Creole rap, do Creole pop, and it's giving me the artist from the directory that it thinks matches that vibe. And at the bottom, and at the bottom, I can request a song translation. You can see here where I requested How Are You by Prettiest and Rosie and Willie J, and it was fulfilled. So it's in the translation list. All right. So that's I'm going to pause and switch to the admin view so you can see that briefly. So now you see that I'm in an account that's admin B. Similar, one thing I forgot to show in regular view, if there's an update to something you care about, you get that in notifications. So for example, if an event that you stash something has changed, you get that in the notifications. But what I'm going to show you briefly are the admin tools. I'm going to scroll down here to where I'm going to make it a little bit larger, where I said I had multiple. AI agents. I have one that looks for new salon artists. I have one that tries to find profile photos for people, one that tries to find a featured YouTube video, and one that tries to find the social media links. Because AI is not perfect, I'm not letting it automatically update the database. I'm having it put this into a queue that admins can view. So if we go back up to that page, we can see that here is what it found for what it thought were new artists. You can already see it says there's a clear match on Emerson with one M. We know that there's nobody. I don't think there's anyone like that. If there is, you let me know. I think maybe these people are real. I don't know, but the app already has a thing where it won't add people who it's not able to confirm. So I'm going to just test it out. And Salone Cool J is Cool J Salone, so I'm going to reject this one as well. Um, and so it found there were three people that I want to bulk add. So I will come here and I can bulk add them. That's also one of the admin tools. Not going to do that right now so I can show you more things, but there's a similar one for profile photos where it can tell you if it thinks these are the right profile photos for the people. And if it has five candidates for somebody and you choose one, it removes the other four. So it's really fast to get through this queue. And, and then there's the one for featured YouTube and one for social media. So those are the things that admins can do. They can also bulk add artists, which actually, I'll show you that again. You can just put them in a list here and it will add them. Um, but bulk add events, you can take a bunch of flyers and just make events from them. You have to be an admin to do that, but you can do that. So I'm going to temporarily pause here and show you the stash, but show that on my other account, which has more things stashed. All right, so now I'm going to expand this. This says Queen Bee. I'm still an admin, but this is the main account I use for things. So, looking at the stash, you can see, for example, that I have multiple events stashed, including the canceled one. I have a lot of phrases that I've been capturing. I also saved some artists, and I also have been adding songs I love. I just started, there's way more songs than this, and I also have a test here because, you gotta test the things. So when I come to recommendations, you'll see it's using AI, so it's gonna take some time, but it's loading some recommendations that it thinks I might like based on my stash. So it's saying based on the artist, there are 77. I've only stashed five, but here are some other artists it thinks I will like. I can view those artists, I can stash them, I can ask for more artists. Similarly with songs, it's giving me songs that it thinks I will like based on what I've stashed. All AI generated, not verified. I can add these to songs I love or go to the artist. I can also, you request a translation from your stash page. And so I can really use this to get recommendations based on the things that I already like. There's more, but I think that's the gist of it. So yeah, try it out. Add events, add artists, and I will keep building upon the app.